What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Misfit Effect. I'm your boy, Rawstarr, and I am sitting here with my delectable co-host, CW.
Hi, how's it going?
And we have the honor, privilege to have a spectacular guest on. She is a Twitch partner, so she's big time.
Pizza Dartner.
She streams multiple games on Twitch. She is a delight to be to even meet. So, Miss AgentBlueJay, please identify who you are. So to the listeners out there in the world.
I mean, I think you pretty much already did it. TV/AgentBlueJay, man. Thank you so much for having me.
He's like, here she is. I can't speak.
English 101.
English, do you speak it? I don't know.
No.
Sounds like I got a lot of spit in my mouth. All right. So, sounds like you introduced her already, Rawstarr. But tell us more about yourself.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. No, that would be the worst thing ever. I'm 23 years old. Turned 24 in March. March baby, best baby. I recently moved up to Running Springs with my husband and my little sister.
Okay.
And now I stream full time and go to school.
That's cool.
And
what do you go to school for?
I'm studying to be a physical anthropologist, where you dig up bones and help, police. I thought it was super cool, and then somebody brought up on stream, so you want to be Bones from the TV show? And I was like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. Totally unintentional, but yeah, I want to be Bones.
Yeah, I guess that is Bones. I was thinking that movie with Angelina Jolie and Denzel Washington. Oh, man. I don't even remember. It was so old. Something like that. But yeah, I seen Bones.
It's a great show.
That's the show with Angel in it, right?
One more time, I'm so sorry. Up in the mountains, I lose.
I said that's the show with Angel in it, right?
Oh yeah, I think so. I don't think I've seen the show.
It's hilarious watching shows and people are like, yeah, I know this person from this show, and I'm like, yeah, I watched the show before, and they're like, what is, huh?
You're like, who is this? They just become so famous for this bigger show, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've never seen that show. I feel so.
Never seen Angel?
You should.
I've heard of it.
I mean,
I feel like such an uncultured swine over here.
Boy Buffy before Supernatural.
I mean, because I know of it. I know Buffy exists in the world.
Well, I think I got the season 3, 4, and 5 on DVD box set somewhere.
I'm mad you have a DVD still, but
it's a good show, man. It's a good show.
So
what are we talking about today?
It's on a side note.
Talk about Buffy.
How about what?
About
Buffy.
This
little thing happened in our home state of Indiana. When the WB became like the CW, we didn't get any of the CW channels except for Saturday mornings, at 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only time you could watch Buffy in Fort Wayne, Indiana. But for some reason, Buffy ended up going to UPN before it became CW. But Angel was still on WB, so I was able to watch that. But not Buffy. So I missed this probably the last 2 seasons.
That's the best part.
I know. I only saw them random nights. I was up at 2 in the morning. So I got to see hey, what? Robot Buffy? And then
so much stuff happened, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Which lesbian girlfriend died? And then I'm like, wait, Spike's got his soul back? And then they're like, oh yeah, the show's over now. I was like, what? I missed all that.
You really need to go back and watch it. It's so good.
I remember from the early days CW, outside of Smallville. I think that was the only one that I.
Do you remember when they used to have the frog all the time?
WB.
Wow. Nostalgia. That was when CW was good. popped out banging shows.
That's true. It was like
Now they got Riverdale.
Hey, no. On a side note, I enjoy The Flash.
I couldn't get into it really. I watched the first episode and I love superhero stuff, so I feel bad that I don't like it, but I just couldn't get into it.
He runs things. I mean, I guess there's more to it, but until they get into like the stuff, I can't see how you get into it like right off. It's like, I'm running.
Yeah, it's from my understanding too that like every season I need to go faster than this bad guy that's already really fast. So and then like he fucks up the timeline, I guess, a lot. That's really all I've got going.
I mean, that's
all shit. I think she just told the whole thing of the show and not watching it at all.
I mean, but
that's what I get from it.
But isn't that the whole thing with the Flash in general? In the comic books.
Yes. Now.
I mean, he's actually a pretty skilled fighter too, but I feel like at least in the single episode of The Flash that I watched, there was none of that, and I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. It's like, run fast. Oh man, there's these things where I gotta be almost in two places at once, and then oh wait, in another comic, that's easy. Why is it so hard right now? Oh, because the story demands it. But right now, they're doing this whole like they did with the Green Lantern ring. They're doing this whole like
he turns green.
No,
black.
Well, no, not that. Well, yeah, that's the Green Lantern thing. But now in the comics with the Flash, they're doing these force things. So you know how they have the Speed Force, which powers the Flash. Now they have the Still Force, the Strength Force, blah 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 blah. I read most independent comics now. Anyway, what else are we going to talk about?
Now you see where I get my nerdism from a little bit. That is from you.
I'm down for
it. So what I was about to say was, she just said that she got married. I had the honor of coming to her wedding, and
oh yeah, you went to her wedding. Congratulations!
Thank you. It was so awesome to have the subscribers.
It's almost a month.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. 2 months.
Look, I've
been with my husband for like 7.5 years already, so it's like, oh shit, yeah, we got married a month ago, and it's like, oh, okay, we've basically been married this long anyway.
It's like, oh yeah, remember that party that we said we'd be together forever? But I mean, we were 7 years in, so I mean, I guess we've
basically been together forever. So it's just like, I'm not impressed.
Yeah. Did you put the cake in the fridge and stuff like that in the freezer?
Okay, I did. But the cake tasted so gross. We ate some of it the next day. I'm not a big fan of strawberries, and there were real strawberries in it. So I was like, bleh, I'm not eating this again.
Oh, I heard so many people having disappointing wedding cakes. That's supposed to be they're like, my wedding cake was okay.
I didn't even taste it.
The cheesecake was absolutely fucking amazing. I wish you saved those.
See, like someone had told me the wedding cake was cheesecake, and I'm like, eh.
Originally, the wedding cake was going to be cheesecake, but then something happened with the caterer that was doing the wedding cake, and so she was like, okay, I'll just make mini cheesecakes for you, and I'll make an actual wedding cake. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine, as long as I get my damn cheesecake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get no cheesecake. I was like,
I'm pissed. I'm like, this fucking cake's not right. And that's why I was married once, and now I'm not.
Aww.
No, not really. I was just like, on my wedding day, like, oh, I guess I gotta deal with this.
Oh my god.
Married today.
No, I didn't get an invite to that wedding.
Neither did anybody in my family. Unless the
what?
The story. It's a whole nother story for another day. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry.
I'm kind of interested in this story.
I am too. I
How many times have I feel like I've told this story.
No, not to me.
Okay. I've certainly never heard it.
Here's the thing. We're about to get married in the Mach G, right? Getting married in the Mach G. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, we're supposed to have just 2 witnesses, right? I'm like, okay, I need 2 witnesses. I need okay, we're just gonna have 2 witnesses. So I tell my friends and my family, like, don't come. We'll have another kind of wedding thing.
Like a reception?
like a reception or something for, like something, I guess, less religious, but more symbolic, which, I mean, so I go walk up the monastery stairs the way it's designed. I go in the main room, and then as I walk in, I see the two witnesses. Yes. And then I look around the corner, and I'm like, oh, shit. Is that two of your best friends? Your aunts? Some of your cousins?
Oh, my God.
Great.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And then I was just like, this is bullshit. But I'm getting married. I'm not going to be like, nah. But I should have known because she called me that morning and was like, you sure you want to get married today? Why did I say yeah?
Oh, my God.
Why did I say yeah, I'm sure?
Oh, no.
What was I thinking? That's why I smoke so much weed, so I forget. When they all come back to me, the signs were clearly there. I'm like one of those kids that don't understand sensation. So, like, they burn themselves, and they're like, you're burning.
Oh, my God.
They don't understand pain.
I'm 14, and this is deep.
Damn. It's all making sense. And you know what? George, how many girls have actually turned out to be lesbians have I either dated or had crushes on? Like a lot.
Wait, she turned out to be a lesbian?
I don't know that. She might listen to the podcast.
She's like,
I don't think so.
Allegedly.
No, I don't know. Not even allegedly. I mean, she wears a hijab and stuff like that. Like, we talking about super religious. So, of course not. Nah, she couldn't like girls at all. She couldn't have kissed like one of her friends at a non-party, like in private, and then told me about it. And then I was like, what?
Maybe she was just exploring her sexuality a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure she was.
Becca, it's funny because, like,
it's okay.
I've never heard this story before,
sure,
and I know what she is.
Don't get married.
It's hilarious to me.
Which, I mean, hopefully,
more power to her.
Oh my God.
Somebody you wish you would spend the rest of your life, that they would be happy in the life they're living. If you did care about this person so much.
Oh, well, I can vouch.
Really do hope
I can vouch for that.
We only talk on our birthday.
Do you want me to slash your tires for you?
You said you can vouch that she's happy?
No, I can vouch for how much you chase her.
Oh, I wasn't even. Damn. We didn't have to get in that. I was just talking about, like, we did make a lifetime commitment. I mean, we failed. But I did say I wanted to spend my lifetime with this person. So I don't see how people are just so like, but I do see how people are so cold because they're so hurt. So they're like, fuck that person. But how can I say fuck that person when I was like, hey, I want to fuck that person for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life.
We are the
rest. But I'm probably gonna get in trouble with my current girlfriend because of this podcast. I mean, because she listens to it. So, but I love you, Gina. This
Hi, Gina.
So much more compatible than my marriage was. I'm not saying we get married anytime soon, but hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm better with who I want to be, or I don't know. But things work out a little bit. We like to,
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to go through like tribulations, and then those trials and tribulations go ahead and forge who you are today. Yeah,
when you open that Intamin's box, you gotta taste the different chocolates to see which ones you like.
Oh my God!
You just don't put them back, or do you? You put them back. Is that what we're eating? Are we eating everyone's half-eaten chocolate? Like, I don't like this taste stuff.
I mean, honestly, I posted something a few weeks ago.
About some pieces, somebody's coconut.
Think about it. Think about it. Like, if like for the people like me who aren't married or dating someone right now, if I think about it, like whoever I am going to end up with for forever, they're out there having sex with someone else right now, and they're thinking they're gonna be with them forever.
Oh, yeah.
And then
somebody beating down your wife's walls right now.
Yeah, so they getting it in. I mean, getting it in.
She's like, I'll never leave you. And it's like, but she's George's wife. I don't understand.
And you see how this person right here says my government name.
Oh, excuse me. Rawstarr.
But the thing is, when I met this person, I was already going by that name for 3 years.
Like this Congratulations on your holy matrimony. I mean, we were not together nearly that long. I mean, actually, we were together that long, like legally longer. But hey, that's another story. I thought it was
I just feel bad.
Marriage. Other people were like, she married you for that immigration boy.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Don't you? And everybody's like, hey man, I don't know. I think it. I'd be like, really? All this stuff they go through, and they're like, hey man, it's cheaper than paying somebody $10,000. I was like,
damn.
It is, but that's kind of a long con. I mean,
yeah,
I'd be like, damn, you so shit. You be crazy, doc. She's a doctor. Oh, what a rainy day.
I can't even get it off.
Crazy.
Are you still snowed in, by the way?
I'm sorry. Did you ask if it was still snowing?
Well, are you still snowed in?
Oh, no, I'm not snowed in, but I'm like flooded in right now because it's been raining nonstop for the past 2.5 days now. And I live, pardon me, it's a weird dirt driveway. And so it dips down, and then I basically live in this hole, and the hole floods. So I can't currently get out unless I borrow my sister's car, who's parked across the street.
Oh, I've been in that area. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
I want to say this. I didn't tell you this, but with me, so I picked up one of her mods and one of her viewers on the way to her wedding.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so we can go there together. They didn't even have to walk like one of her other viewers did. It was so bad.
They walked.
Yeah.
I wish he would have messaged me on Twitter. I feel so bad.
Yeah, cause I literally passed his hotel on the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had to be at that wedding.
No, I had to.
He walked in a suit too. That's dedication. I love him so much for that.
But yeah, so when me, Hobbit, and Iron, his name was Hungry Hobbit. That's his screen name.
No, that's his birth name.
No. The thing is, he loves the Hobbit, and he's hungry, and he's allergic to everything, so he's hungry.
Oh,
so
damn.
He Becca.
What is
everything?
Like what?
Everything.
Everything.
You know what? Let me pull up the Discord message that talks about everything that he's allergic to. It's like a straight up paragraph.
He's allergic to grain, bread-ish things.
I call shenanigans. He sounds messed up, but I call shenanigans.
He's allergic to
He's genetically flawed as fuck. I don't know how he's still alive. Okay,
modern medicine.
This is the list. His allergies are gluten, dairy, corn, peanuts, tomatoes, asparagus, pork, macadamia nuts, poinsettias, soy, and oranges. How do I feed somebody that at my wedding?
He's not even allergic to shit. He does some real basic stuff. Because a lot of that stuff is under the same kind of families and the motherfucker still can eat apples.
You're right. I could have just given him apples.
It was something else he's allergic to. I don't think that's on that list.
I'm allergic to everything. You better stop trying to be special.
Oh yeah, no.
Hungry Hobbit.
No,
he really is actually allergic to all those things. It's not one of those.
Oh no, I believe it. I believe he can be. But that doesn't seem like a lot. That's not a lot of things.
Hobbit, I'm sorry for calling you out if you ever hear this.
He actually told me to talk to you about Overwatch.
Oh,
And that's what he said. He says, because I had asked her stream. I said, "What do you want to hear her talk about?" Mm-hmm. And so Holly messaged me. He said, "Well, I don't really know, but because she plays Overwatch and you play League of Legends." Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when I first found, stop making that face before I hit it. The face he's making over here. Anyway, I'm gonna mess you up. Anyway, she was playing League of Legends. Mm-hmm. Stop. And the thing is, like I love MOBAs, but like Overwatch is one of the games that I can't play, but I can watch. And stop that, please.
Keep going. You love watching Overwatch.
No, I said I don't mind watching Overwatch.
You don't mind watching Overwatch. Okay, so let's talk about this thing. We talk about it every time a Twitch streamer comes on. I understand Twitch. I even Twitch stream now. But watching someone else play video games is the worst part of my childhood I can remember.
See, I'm actually the exact opposite. I grew up watching my older brother play video games, and I've just always loved it. That is like my favorite part of my childhood memories is just watching him play. Like Ocarina of Time especially. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, that's my shit. So I love watching Twitch.
Now it makes sense. It makes sense. It's our fault. Oh, this whole generation is our fault. Of being like, no, you can't play. I'm playing.
Those damn older brothers and sisters, man. You fucked us. You made Twitch.tv.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, so, huh?
Go.
So, oh, sure. Oh,
Sorry, I'll try to make the swearing minimum.
No, you can curse. You can curse because he curses a lot too.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curse a lot more than I do.
Rawstarr, you barely cuss. You have like what 60 cuss words last year that you said?
No, I said 100 and.
It sounds funny when he curses.
Oh shit!
It sounds funny when he curses because he'll be like,
"Yeah, he said my intro for me. Big ass, fantastic, wonderful dude. That was hilarious. Just ass coming out of your mouth sounded so weird."
Yeah, because I don't like when I was in college, I really foul mouth.
Yeah, George could be a jerk sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We all.
I was a pure one, and it's like, well, these days I don't really do it as much. So when it comes out, but when it comes out now, it's more so because I'm around the sexual people element. So it's like,
do they curse on that?
Well, I'm saying like I say it around that, or when I'm referring to that act.
Oh,
you know.
Okay.
So it's like, and then if I say it, it's like because when she sent me the invitation to her wedding, I misspelled my name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, yeah. You misspelled it in my Discord message, so I sent it to you like that. I felt so bad.
Because I don't write my first name at all.
You don't wait, what?
I rarely write my first name.
What?
He mistyped his
first name. Are you okay?
I mean, it's super easy to mistype.
You need a cup of water. You need some milk.
He needs some milk.
Yeah.
And then when I said OSHIT.
Wait, did you spell it with a J?
No, I spelled it.
It was like garage or something.
Or was it O and the E places?
GOE.
And I was looking at this and I was like, okay, well, it could be George, but who the hell misspells their name? So I just sent it like that.
Like, oh, it's George. Oh, he's somebody was feeling fancy.
I just don't judge anyone's name.
George, but I'm gonna switch the E. Oh, see. So people be like, "What's your name?" Be like, "It's George." With the O and the E switch. Why?
I thought it was just some fancy French word like garrosh. I thought it was like, okay, maybe it's like garrosh.
I opened
or gavroche, maybe. I don't know.
That's what they call garrosh. I go up and I go down. If you walk past, after the 80s, I have a sensor that I go up. But before that, I'm crushing your neck. They actually had those sensors that happened to a boy. Garage came down his neck and cut off his breathing for like 5-6 minutes, and he was permanently handicapped. And then that's when they started adding the sensors. to garage doors. Everything was very dangerous in the 70s.
I mean, I wasn't around.
Neither was I. But I guess that's why we're here.
And she's a for real 90s kid. So.
Oh yeah, the 90s.
Like
when in the 90s were you born?
I think were you before?
Or are you 89?
Were you born before or after PlayStation came out?
I was actually born in 95, so I'm like a
1995.
Yeah.
So, all the way alive. I still lived in what I lived in? Tucson, Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Tucson, yeah, kind of sucks. There's not anything to do. Oh wait, there was golf and stuff. Can't get enough.
But how many people played golf?
No, it was a miniature golf in an arcade, so it's like golf and stuff. Can't get enough. Golf and stuff.
But
can't get enough.
Video games, but putt is everywhere though.
But for cards and skee-ball, I'm telling you, golf and stuff. Can't get enough.
Anyway,
no, that's not
fun.
Tell me, where's the closest?
There's a lot of mini golf places, at least in Southern California.
Yeah.
Where's the closest one?
Putt.
Putt.
I mean like
that's a whole lot of putt. Golf and game. I was a locking teacher. So a lot of commercials. What?
There's actually one in Burbank.
Fuck. You talking about mini golf?
Damn it! I knew he knew it. Fuck. I thought he was gonna be like, I don't know, and I was gonna be like, there's one in Burbank.
It's like a mini golf.
Okay. Well, I just looked up mini golf in Los Angeles, and there's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I thought they went out of business.
There are 25 different things.
Wow. I guess
that's just in LA.
I guess I just don't go anymore, so
you don't get out. Yeah,
mini golf is so fun. You should do it again.
Yeah.
I should. Me and my girlfriend talked about it, and then we just smoked weed.
So you hear that since you're listening, Miss G?
Or maybe we watch.
He's gonna take you to putt.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Maybe some. Right. No, I don't want to detach retina. Yeah.
No, let's do it.
Mini golf. I'm down for it.
Taking to shooting over there.
Shooting
in Burbank too.
Oh, see, I don't shoot actually. I've never shot a gun before.
I feel weird about guns, how they feel in my hands.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I've only shot twice.
I mean, I used to shoot when I was young, but after a certain age, when I held a gun, I was just like, I don't know.
No, like I shot twice.
It's a little jarring.
I shot while I learned how to shoot again.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, kill everybody. I don't want to, but
it's still the fact that you could. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
See, I only shot twice. I shot when I learned how to shoot a gun, and when I got my gun permit, and that was it. And I haven't shot since.
See,
and it was like they gave because some people know I'm not right in the head sometimes, and they gave my crazy self a gun permit. So.
Oh,
well, you had the permit. Hey, duh.
But I got it in Florida though.
Yeah, Florida.
Florida man.
You're about to go Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man. Shoot himself in the anus. I was just getting into my PT Cruiser.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. I miss my Cruiser.
George's the only person I know.
You actually had a PT Cruiser and you liked it?
He loved it.
I love it.
If they had 2019 PT Cruiser, he'd get it.
Honestly, check this out. When every time I got a rental car, I used to always go for the Cruiser.
Oh my God.
And the thing is when I moved to Florida for 2 years, I had to get me a new car because I left my other car here, and I was letting my friend to my right use it.
I was living in it,
and so he was. He was. But, homeless day.
I'm sorry. I thought you were joking.
Oh no, it was funny.
But so I didn't want to take us home to Florida, so I left.
Right.
I left his home here, and I bought me a PT Cruiser because it was on sale in Florida. I'm like, I finally got me a Cruiser, and a friend of mine, an insane asylum person thought I was crazy because I kept saying, he said, "What's your dream car?" I'm like, I really wanted a cruiser.
PT Cruiser.
I'm talking about Reuben Sandwich when I say crazy.
Oh, you talking about Reuben? I support Republican everything. I support all the weird theories.
That's a different subject.
He's weird.
But anyway, but yeah, I love my cruiser, but it was really messed up when I bought it. And I ended up, the car that I have now, yeah, it was really messed up. But the car I have now, I traded in and got my 2017. So
check him out.
You know,
I wonder if they would have kept making PT Cruisers, what would they look like?
Same way.
Yeah, how do you?
I feel like the design just would not change at all.
You couldn't change that. You couldn't update that design besides making it another car. What the fuck were they thinking in that year? Those 2 years.
I love that little.
People were like, "Hey, I'm kind of nostalgic for like fucking gangster cars." I mean, and stuff. Like, yeah, but no, it's like be gas efficient.
Like I don't need an extension of my Pinot stuff.
Or what is it? It's like
Have you ever seen that movie, Robots, with Ellen McGregor and Amanda Bynes? It's like an animated movie.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
I only bring this up because the PT Cruiser reminds me of Aunt Fanny in that movie. The robot with the big ass butt, and she's constantly knocking shit over. That's what PT Cruiser reminds me of.
But I have to look up Aunt Fanny. Okay. You know, like, this sounds weird. This is going to sound weird. And nothing against you, George. Excuse me, Rawstarr. Puppy Rawstarr. The PT Cruiser. Well, actually, because it's one of my clients, and this is what I'm describing, who she is as a person. Like, not like a butch lesbian, but not exactly a feminine lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
In her late,
sort of just like a person,
early 30s car, like her car. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. PT Cruiser. Like,
I see like soccer mom,
but she wears slack. Huh?
I see like soccer mom that's trying to be hip.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to run and go get my my charger. I forgot to plug it up. So this whole thing won't die.
Well, actually, the woman I'm thinking of will probably be in soccer mom, just like lesbian soccer mom.
So earlier, oh shoot,
shit,
he broke it. No.
What did we break?
He broke. No, you just plug it in. It worked. Earlier, Matt. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing math. You know how you have your pen? Sometimes when you don't even think about the numbers, you just think like the pattern in your mind.
Oh.
Like on a keypad. Like, you ever have like a password and you're like, that password to this website. But then you go to the website, you put your fingers on the keys, and you're like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. All right.
I think you're tripping.
Yeah, you are. Marijuana.
No, it's just like more of a pattern than like paying attention to the actual numbers.
Okay. Anyway, earlier before we started streaming, CW had mentioned something about, because whenever we record our podcast, we always joke about turning off the fans because it's from a movie called Hustle and Flow. So and then he said kill the fans, and it made me think of your obsession with the movie Titanic.
I'm not obsessed with the movie. I'm obsessed with the ship.
Why are you obsessed with
Okay, question. Is Titanic really Titanic?
What do you mean?
Because I read something. They said they switched something on Titanic. That it's actually another ship. So
that is a completely false theory sort of like how people say that the Earth is flat.
Because they're like, there was this many portholes on this ship, and then there's this other ports.
Yeah, the Titanic, the wrecking found was 100% confirmed to be the Titanic.
Okay, good. I just saw a little blurb on the internet, and I was like,
yeah, I giggled when I first saw that.
I don't think I do believe this. Titanic.
It's a conspiracy theory. They're fun, but no real logic to it.
You're about to get excited. Like I do something.
Well, no, if it was real, somebody would have been like, yeah, actually, it never really was the Titanic. Somebody would have came on TV.
I mean, but what would it actually been there?
The theory is it was like these ships made at the same time, and actually it was a shitty ship, and it was supposed to be like a whole insurance. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, the theory was that like the Titanic wasn't going to be finished on time, so they kind of like swapped out one that was like slightly smaller, and like a way to actually like get out the Titanic and still like make money off of the buzz of Titanic, and then they were going to later build the actual Titanic, but that was a false theory.
I can look at that.
I've never heard it before.
It's so weird. I think I heard it the first time like a couple years ago, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I just delved into this weird ass conspiracy theory hole that I fell into.
Well, what made you such a fan of it, though?
Honestly, I don't know. I saw the movie Titanic for the first time, I think when I was like 5, and I was like, "Oh shit, this ship is pretty cool." And I didn't really care much for the romance stuff, and I still don't. The ship itself is the really interesting part. So maybe because like it delves in like the history of that a little bit in the Titanic by James Cameron, that I love it so much. And after that, I just kind of rocketed off in my own little segue and rabbit hole of my own of just Titanic facts.
I mean, on a side note, Jack could have fit on that raft. But
oh yeah, absolutely. Mythbusters did a little busting myth about that too.
But yeah, I always just wonder that like you really enjoy the mess out of that movie. It is just another movie, but like the ship itself, it's just one of the most random facts about AgentBlueJay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like my thing. I just love it so much. The Titanic Museum in Las Vegas has this. It has a part of the ship actually, and every time I go and turn the corner and see it, I just start crying.
Wow!
How many times?
Like it's
how many times have you been to the Titanic Museum?
I've been to Titanic museums 6 or 7 times, which isn't like a whole lot, but it's a good amount when you think how kind of far I live from Las Vegas. Every time I go, I have to go to the museum.
You're not really that far from Vegas.
Yeah, but coming from someone that really just lives in her house and doesn't leave it at all, when I do go out, like I've gone to Vegas more than a couple times for the little hermit that I am.
Yeah, I'm a hermit too sometimes. I don't have to leave home for work, so I'll feel you on that. But so we didn't touch on this, but what made you start streaming?
Yeah, what made you start streaming?
Yeah, like,
this is so embarrassing.
Let's finally get on topic.
Okay. Feel free to laugh, but honestly, the reason why I started streaming was because I didn't have any friends. So I figured like streaming would be a way where I could interact with people and kind of get to know them a little bit better, and they could get to know me, and maybe I could like manipulate them into being my friend and thinking I'm cool.
You are cool. Like,
well, shit. Okay, that's not that bad. You're like,
I think it's embarrassing because it's like, oh, she had no friends. She had to resort to the internet. Like, I just can't make friends in person. I'm just so awkward. I'll be like, oh my god, you're so pretty, you're so cool, you want to be my friend? And they're like, no, I do not.
I'm really bad at internet friends, actually. I think.
I'm so much better at that than online stuff. I've been online and in-person stuff. I'm like, ah.
I think I met like a lot of people I hang around with now.
Mm-hmm.
A good majority like off the internet.
Oh, that's awesome! I'm really jealous.
Because like outside of people who froze from my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
like I think everybody else I hang around mainly that I met off the internet. Yeah, I mean like I randomly saw him on Twitter. I'm like, hey, you cool? Like, you cool too? Sweet, let's hang out. Cool.
Oh, see, I'd be so nervous to do that. I was so nervous to meet you guys at the wedding, but then it turned out to be like really awesome.
It's your no, that's actually.
Some like I was the only one that was from here. Everybody else flew here.
Damn, people like your Twitch that much. I'm gonna fly out. Shit, I don't even fly out for my
It was really like it was a huge honor to have people like fly literally across the country just to come to my wedding, and that was such an amazing experience that people like cared about me enough to do that, because my real family is like kind of estranged, really all over the place, but that was so amazing. Like I really do view my stream as my family. So to see some of them literally fly across the country just for me was an amazing experience, and I cried like a little bitch in private.
Oh, that's
so. Wait a minute, talk about. Nice. I got you on recording that said you cry. You You said
I'm cold. She's like.
Well, I always say how I like if someone drops a big donation, I'm like, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not a little bitch, and I start tearing up, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna really cry. But yeah, I do cry a fair amount off stream in the shower like a real man.
That's right. That's how you're supposed to cry. You're supposed to cry alone in private. Weakness. You're gonna be like, what's that? Oh, the water was really hot.
Yep, exactly. Or it just starts randomly raining indoors, or you're allergic to something.
Allergies.
Someone's cutting onions in here.
Yeah, so everything just cut off. Like logged me out of my internet thing. But anyway, no, because I'm streaming this, and it came back on, and I looked at my screen just now, and someone says a comment.
What'd they say?
Yeah, and there's her name. Hey, and you see that little blue mark? It just means that she runs things. Yeah, but one of my moderators, bearded fellow.
Bearded fellow.
He's one of the people I'm cool with. And he's actually a Twitch streamer, and he's from Florida.
Florida man.
Yeah, and and I met him IRL.
Before we have to wrap up, have you watched Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia?
What?
Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. Watch it.
What the heck is that?
It's this guy. He's this researcher, and he goes and talks to these people about all kinds of different drugs, and then he does them.
Oh, okay.
But from like a scientific, and then like not like we're drug users. Like he talks to people like are very successful. Like, I made all the ecstasy in the 90s. And they're like,
wow.
What are you doing now? And he's like, the chemicals, and you can't get this, and you're around.
I'd be down for that. Kind of like a more scientific, super high-me documentary.
And he goes to like, one episode he goes to Madagascar, eats this weird fish. Yeah, he goes all over the planet. It's interesting.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. I don't know if I brought that up, but it was a good show.
Hey, honestly, for something you just said about the you don't have any friends, it made me think of an excellent anime that I really enjoy. It's called Hakanai, which actually just means I have no friends. It's one of my favorite animes.
How do you spell it?
Haganai. Haganai.
I want to know. Like, I want to look it up. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
a friendless loser like me. I'm down for it.
but yeah. So
This is a harem anime, isn't it?
Huh? Yes.
Oh my god.
I watch harems.
You and your harem anime, man.
There can be a even close ratio of men to women in any of George's anime.
There is not a good ratio.
He's like, even if there's fighting, there's only 4. No, there's only 1 boy. Remember that?
Oh, Rosario Vampire. I'm like, what are they talking about? So go ahead and tell the world your social media, how they find,
like, so they can follow your Twitch and donate money, and then you can cry in the shower.
You'd be surprised at these donations people get. Like, really?
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I see. I'll be like, and I'm like, thanks for a whole Surfer 67, and it'll be like $10. I'm like,
no, I mean higher than that.
Oh, I mean, no, I know, but $10.
Yeah.
For example,
yeah, you missed the entire podcast, bro. I think I'm lagging now, but yeah, it was a live podcast. You missed the whole thing. Anyway, but yeah, so tell the world where they can find you at and everything.
Not that I use my Instagram, but it's Instagram, twitch.tv, and Twitter as AgentBlueJay. All one word.
Yeah.
I'm a super basic bitch like that.
Hey, no, that's called branding. You have everything the same, so everybody knows how to play. I mean, that's why everything in the world you see, you type in Rawstarr.
Yeah, you're right.
Except for MySpace, some effort stole my name. But different story. Thank you for coming on and for joining us.
And congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me.
Marriage is a beautiful thing, despite my comments today.
You're a big buzzing. That's weird. I might gotta fix that in a second. Well, hopefully it's not on the actual audio. That would suck. But I'm about to say. Oh, if you want to follow us, we are at Burbank Misfits on Twitter. We're the Burbank Misfits on Instagram. We are Burbank Misfits on Facebook. You want to follow me directly? I'm Rawstarr on every platform. CC Fitness LA is the person next to me. He is on that on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook, or just_Genetics Chris on Instagram. So thank you for listening, and we will talk to you later.